from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. College football postseason continues with this game we have for you in the first responder bowl. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Beavers offense as they take control of the football first. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off a defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move, it's Hatcher. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
To the air. It's Murphy. Turns it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Commodores offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys, and the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
The Commodores decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Beavers! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On target. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And I can't wait to watch the Vanderbilt Commodores moving forward, because without Diego Pavia, what does this squad look like? Eli Stowers was a baller, too, who just went to the NFL and a first-round pick at tight end. It's a new era. Can they sustain this offense that they've had the last couple years? Who takes the helm? What does it look like? Palmer, I got more questions. I'd love to hear your answers.
Yeah, I mean, it's TBD, honestly, and I think it's not just replacing the playmaking ability of Pavia, running and throwing the football, but also the moxie and the leadership and his ability to galvanize the team and put everything on his shoulders in the biggest moments. That's stuff he can't coach. And so whoever the next guy is, he's got big shoes to fill. Even though Pavia wasn't one of the bigger quarterbacks in college football, from a leadership standpoint and from an intangible standpoint, he was one of the best.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Keeps it on the option. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looking to throw, it's Carter. Oh, they're after him. He's got him. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Commodores will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got an open man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Using his legs, it's Alexander. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Nolan. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. Oh, he got loose. Snags it, and there's running room. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Reads it, fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. Shakes off the defender. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Murphy. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. Timeout taken by Vanderbilt, that's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield on first down. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab on the big throw. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. Looking to throw for it. Working the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Fires left. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the First Responders Bowl. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the First Responders Bowl.
The Beavers will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Caught close to the marker, it's Sherrill. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback, but sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck, but that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch, and I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sherrill. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Gonna look downfield again. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Nolan. Turning it on! And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you gotta give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he's not even going to come close to the marker on fourth down. Offense in a bunch formation. The run inside. It's Alexander. Maybe some room here. Made a defender miss. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Beavers using their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here's the pressure, being chased. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Carter. Here comes the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. To attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hampton. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
To throw, it's Murphy. He's gonna let it go. Snags it on the right. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. 2nd down, he'll throw it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Timeout taken by Vanderbilt. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Beavers are marching down the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Vanderbilt takes his 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
And he got it! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Dropping back, it's Carter. He'll get rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. This time on target.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's got the back in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure coming, and that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense got it. He's loose down the left side. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a scoop and score. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
They'll line up to go for two. Back to throw, it's Murphy. He's into the end zone for the two and extends the lead. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball, they wanted to do something with it, and they did. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.